you talk about your work and God's work. What do you mean by God?
What is.
So what
it's
is
a word
God?
for what is, a word for reality.
So by loving what is, I don't know, I'm having trouble because I still want to be in control.
Yeah, you know how you oppose what is?
How?
Like those people should be quiet.
Uh-huh.
The way you oppose it, if you put that energy into the opposite polarity, you would understand always and know the joy of that. And you would cease arguing with reality. And people see that kind of like a wimp, and it's the extreme opposite, it's strength.
If I accept what is, if people are irritating me and bothering me.
People think that that's some kind of a person that just lies down and is depressed. But it's coming from an area that does not have this inquiry, this investigation that the work brings. It's a delight. And to not want to change what is, it comes from a whole other place. It doesn't come from a sacrifice. There's no sacrifice in it. It's the opposite. It's your will, actually.
If we expand into that.
No, if you just know the truth of it.
So, you know.
The effect of it is peace. There's nothing you can do to keep you from peace. If what I hear is people who stay in the work, which we haven't touched on, but people who stay in the work find freedom, they experience peace. But it's just a story that can't be told. And as we sit here talking, it could be to hear some of the words that have been spoken through the centuries, but you can find them in any book.
Right.
You can find them in all of the wonderful books. And there are people today, I call them popcorn. They're walking around just saying all these wonderful words of truth, but we're like computers. And there's
I mean,
people who do the work come to experience, and they become much quieter than the teachers. And begin to be the one that walks it and lives it. And that's where the power is.
So you're happy all the time? You're always content?
That's my experience.
I mean, the thought that came to me was in the way Jesus being, you know, nailed to a cross. If things
he didn't have a problem.
Right. So you just accept whatever is. Well.
And again, it sounds like, well, how do I do that? You know, everyone wants to find peace and accept what is, but the picture of that is, well, you just lie down and die and let people run over you.
Exactly.
But that's not the way. We don't put the cart before the horse in the work.
Well, how did you turn it around?
You write out these problems that you see in the world with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your neighbor, with the world, with God. You write them out. And then you simply ask each sentence the 4 questions and turn it around. And again, the little booklet is this foundation is run by donation, and the little booklet is, we send it all over the world, and people who make donations pay for that, and there's not ever a charge for this little book.
Katie's talking about her booklet called The Work.